Hey, folks, it's Mark Arum. I hope you're enjoying the Mark Arum Show podcast. A reminder, you can hear this very radio show live Monday through Friday. We're live 6 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. Before we get the big show rolling tonight, I need one more contestant for Millennial Match Game. We had two contestants, but one dropped out. So if you want to play Millennial Match Game, please call Chuck now at 404-872-0750, 404-872-0750. I mentioned Longoria. By the way, welcome back, Longoria. We missed you last week, celebrating your 10th anniversary with your wife, who was out of town for your 10th anniversary.
Yeah, that's not why I took off, but
that's a great way to celebrate.
Yeah, all by myself for 4 days.
We missed you, my friend. We have a big show tonight, Millennial Match Game, Movie Monday. Michael Seiden, our buddy from Channel 2 Action News, is going to join us in the next half hour. Have you guys heard about the story about the Kennesaw State women's basketball player arrested for murder?
I did.
Unbelievable. Like just a crazy story. Hollywood would have said, no, that's too unbelievable for a script. So Michael Seiden will join us that. But we're going to kick things off in Millennial Match Game.
Let's play Millennial Match Game.
Joining us live in studio from the KISS 104 promotions team. I guess you're the promotions manager, Valencia? What's your title exactly?
Promotions manager. You don't know that?
Director?
Promotions manager. You see me every day.
Well, I know if it's manager, director, or, liaison. I don't know what all these titles are. I knew you're in charge. I just didn't know what the exact... So it's manager.
Manager.
All right, manager of our sister stations promotions, KISS 104.1, Atlanta's R&B. Fantastic station, by the way. You can listen any other time except 6 and 8 p.m. No offense to Moni Love. Tell the folks a little bit about yourself, Valencia.
I'm originally from South Carolina, Marine Corps veteran. Came from Orlando. I just moved here about a year ago, and I'm ready to, I don't know. What is it? I don't win anything, do I?
You win the admiration of your peers.
But what if I mess up?
It doesn't matter.
I don't get cool points?
There's no pressure for you.
Okay.
All right. So tonight's, I'm going to give you a little chance to think about tonight's Millennial Match Game category, brought to you as always by Rocco's European Garage. Classic video games from the 80s and 90s. Classic. Yeah. All right, so think about that for a second. Millennial Valencia in studio. You're going to be playing with Ron in Atlanta. Ron, welcome to the Mark Arum Show, my friend.
Hi there.
Tell the folks a little about yourself, Ron.
Well, I'm a local guy. I work for the in the IT group. I guess you can call me the IT guy for my office.
Oh, nice.
Yep, and I'm a grandfather and a father, and have a wonderful 4-year-old baby girl.
Congratulations. You might be the only grandfather IT guy in the business, right? Isn't that usually a younger dude's profession?
Typically, but I have a lot of knowledge, I guess.
Do you have access? I'm fascinated by this job. Do you have access to all the employees' emails? Like you can go in there and look at their emails?
Well, the management reserves the right.
Oh, excellent. All right. They have the right to do that here. Did you guys know that, by the way?
Yes.
All right. Yes. Yeah, Chuck, I'm looking at you as I say that. All right.
Why are you looking at me?
Ron, you're going to be playing against Marco. Marco, welcome to the show. Tell the folks a little about yourself.
Hey, how's it going? All right.
What's up, Marco?
I'm out here from California, just on a job here for the next 4 months. I'm an electrician, and just coming out here and just, enjoying the city.
Very nice. All right, Marco. Here we go. Millennial Match Game. It is classic video games from the 80s or 90s. So here's the deal, guys. I'm going to play some audio from a classic video game. You guys do not need to know what game it's from. You just have to guess whether or not Millennial Valencia will know the game. Very simple. Ready?
Ready.
Very good.
All right, Ron, your first video games from the 80s and 90s. Will Millennial Valencia know what video game this audio is from? Now, if you're my age, you absolutely, this brings back memories. But will Valencia, the millennial, know what video game that's from?
How old did you say the millennial was?
How old are you, Valencia, if you don't mind telling?
Who's that, Ron?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Are you under 30? We'll start there.
No.
Yeah.
I'm 85. I'm 33. I'm
33.
about to be 34
All
in
right.
4 weeks.
So she's got a little age. She's a little aged millennial, yeah.
All right, I'm going to step out, and I'm going to say she's going to know.
You say yes. When in doubt, the millennial doesn't know. Valencia, do you want to hear a little bit more of that video game?
Yes.
Yeah, here we go. Bam, 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 bam.
Wait.
What video game is that from? That's it. That's all you got to know.
I don't know the name.
Okay.
I just, so it's like the little spaceship where you like go up and down and you shoot.
What are you shooting at?
Asteroids.
Yes! That's the name of the game. All right, good job. Ron, you get the point. Took a little coaxing, but we got that out. All right, Marco, you need this one to tie it up. Famous video games from the 80s and 90s. Will Millennial Valencia know what game this is from? Ooh, very similar to that last one.
Wow.
I think not the shooting, but that other sound is what you got to focus in on. What do you think, Marco? Yes or no?
You know what? I don't even know what that is. I'm very surprised that she got that last one.
Yeah.
I didn't think she did that.
You have
I don't think she's going to get this one.
You say no. Yeah, I'm with you. This is a little more obscure. You want to hear a little more of that audio, Valencia?
No.
Oh?
I absolutely don't know what that is. Not even gonna waste time.
No idea. That was a game called Centipede.
What?
Centipede. So it was like basically like asteroids. Instead of shooting asteroids, you're shooting. Listen, like that. Those are that's a centipede coming at you.
Oh,
And then when you shoot him, he'd break up into different pieces.
Yeah, and if you shoot them, they'll break up. And it was, I mean, listen, for 1986, it was a hell of a good game. All right, end of round one of Millennials match game brought to you by Rocco's European Garage. What's the score, Deb Green?
We are tied up at 1-1.
Millennial match game continues. Ron and Marco knotted up one apiece. Classic video games from the 80s and 90s. Ron, will Valencia, the Millennial, know what video game this is from? Sounds like a family-friendly game there. No shooting. What do you think, Ron?
I think I might remember this, but I say no.
I'm with you. I don't think I would have gotten this one. I mean, it sounds familiar, but I don't think I would have gotten that. Valencia, what video game is that from?
I have no idea. Ron, I like your confidence in me. It's overwhelming.
You want to take a shot?
Play it one more time.
All right, Longoria, one more time. Ooh, jeez, that was loud. Sorry about that. One more time for Valencia. It's tough. I'm gonna guess you've never even heard of this game.
Was I even born when that came
No,
out?
hell no, definitely not. That was that's Dig Dug. The name of the game was Dig Dug. Have you ever heard it?
Who named these games? Like, I want to talk to the person who names these
Someone
games.
at the Atari Corporation, I would
He was
imagine.
digging tunnels.
Yeah, digging tunnels. All right, Ron, you get the point. When in doubt, the Millennial doesn't know. All right, here we go, Marco. Will Millennial Valencia know what video game this is from? Ooh, Chuck knows this one. I guarantee Chuck knows this one. What do you think, Marco? 33 years young, Millennial Valencia, know what video game that's from?
Oh, no way.
Yeah, no way either. I'll give you a little hint. Chuck, that burly-looking dude in there would know the answer to this, if that gives you any. He's from Montana.
Oh, I get to phone a friend?
No, but I'm giving. All right, he wants to hear it a little more. You already said no, Marco, but.
I played this game.
Yeah. So Chuck lived in Montana. What kind of game would Chuck love?
Nah,
Outdoorsy.
I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah, I know, Marco. You're good. You're already done. You've done your part. Valencia, what do you think?
It's not Mario. It's
That sounded similar to it, though.
yeah, similar. It's not Donkey Kong.
Nope.
I played this game.
I don't think so.
I did.
Yeah?
I did.
All right. Chuck, do you know what it is?
I honestly don't.
No.
What? I know what it is.
I'm gonna be mad when you name this
I
game.
don't think you know it.
I do.
All right. The name of the game, you don't know it.
Okay.
Duck Hunt.
I do.
Really?
I played that game faithfully.
Oh, wow. All right. Marco gets the point. Chuck, you never played Duck Hunt? When
Yeah,
you
I played it all the time, but I couldn't.
It apparently didn't help your shooting skills, though, because Chuck still can't hunt for anything. All right, Ron, for the lead, Millennial Match Game brought to you by Rocco's European Garage. Video games from the 80s and 90s. Will Valencia know what game this is from? That's a little quirky. What do you think, Ron?
That's a very popular game, and I think I can remember that one, but I got a gut feeling she's not going to know.
I say no as well. By the way, in the 80s, the video game companies didn't put a lot of money in musical production, right?
No.
They were like, get the Casio keyboard.
machine,
Yeah,
yes.
exactly. All right, what do you think? You want to hear a little bit more of that, Valencia?
Yeah.
All right, a little more of this Longoria. Shlongoria. I would not have gotten this one, if that means anything to you.
You might want to change his name with his name. Millennial don't know. I have no clue.
Yeah.
I'm still mad about the last.
I know, I'm sorry. It was called Galaga. Galaga was the name of the game. Yeah, I would not have gotten that one. All right, you get the point, Ron. Marco, to tie it up, Millennial Match Game. Will Millennial Valencia know what video game this is from? It's a little more high-tech, a little more fancier music. What do you think, Marco? Will Millennial Valencia know what game that's from?
No.
You say no. Valencia, a little more
Sounds like
Longoria.
a fighting game. Street Fighter?
Little hip-hop. It is not Street Fighter.
No.
Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto.
No. Grand Theft Auto is not that old.
Listen.
It can't be.
From the 80s and 90s. From the 90s, for sure. All right, real quick, Ron, before the break, will Millennial... Oh, sorry, Longoria. Will Millennial Valencia, we got to go quick on this one. Will she know what video game this is from? What do you think, Ron?
I say no.
You say no. Valencia?
That's not even a game.
That is a hell of a question. How is this even a game? You're exactly right.
Millennial don't know.
Millennial don't know. It was probably the first video game ever.
No clue. I really wasn't into video games growing up.
Pong.
What?
Pong. It was basically ping pong.
Oh.
Pong. All right, you shouldn't have known that. You're too young for that. Ron gets the point. He's up 4-3. Coming back, final segment of Millennial Match Game. Hang tight. This is the Mark Arum Show, 95.5 WSB Atlanta's News and Talk. Final segment of Millennial Match Game brought to you by Rocco's European Garage. We got a tight one. Ron is leading Marco 4-3. It's 80s and 90s video games. Marco, you're up for the tie. Will Millennial Valencia know what video game this is from? Little newer sounding game. What do you think, Marco?
Nah.
You say nah. Valencia, what game is that from?
It's a racing game?
I can't.
I don't know. Need for Speed? I don't know.
Need for Speed? No, it's Street Fighter. You said it earlier, Street Fighter.
Really?
Yes, exactly.
No.
All right, Ron, real quick. Here we go. Last one for the win. Will Valencia know what video game this is from? What do you think, Ron?
That's going to be a tough one. I think no.
You think no? Come on, Valencia. This is.
Yeah, she'll know that one.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Vladimir Putin plays this game. No?
Mario?
It is not Mario. That is Tetris. All right, you know what? You guys tie. You're both getting gifts. What did they win, Deb Green?
You're both going to go check out Kiss's End of the Road Tour September 8th at Lakewood.
All right, good. Marco will still be in town for that. Hang on the line, guys. Chuck's going to get some info from you. Valencia, fantastic job.
You're welcome, guys.
You do
My ignorance has blessed you.
You do a better job on the Kiss 104 promotions team.
Yes.
Atlanta's R&B. Mark Arum Show continues after this.
This is former governor of Texas, Rick Perry, and you're listening to the Mark Arum Show.
Very timely. Did you see Rick Perry's interview on Fox this weekend, Chuck? Charles Thomas from the Resurgent.
Well, I mean, I saw clips of it.
Oh, Rick Perry.
That's why I played it.
Thank you.
He's in the news.
Good job, Longoria. I'll tell you what the story in the news now is that really has me perplexed is this murder arrest. I mean, listen, it's the world we live in. 2019, murders happen. By the way, I'm going to get sidetracked real quick. So I watched this documentary, Nova. Do you guys ever heard of Nova?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
PBS.
Yeah.
PBS. Amazing documentaries. So I watched this documentary over the weekend that's saying that humanity now is less violent than it has ever been in history.
I can believe that.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of in debate, but there's this guy that pushed out this big theory, blah, blah, blah. And they had all these archaeological research of, like, Neanderthals and villages in Africa and just like these horrible killings.
Oh, yeah.
Like you just be sitting there. There was this village in Africa. They were just like picking strawberries or whatever. And this rival tribe came and just clubbed them all to death.
Yeah.
So it was interesting because we see these horrible stories like random shooting and murder but again, it's in debate. It's not conclusive. But the theory proposed is this is the least violent we've ever had in human history, and it keeps declining. The question is, how do we keep that declining? And what is, you think about it. It's. I mean, granted, these murders happen and it sucks, but you're not going to be walking home from Publix, where shopping is a pleasure, and someone with a club says, "Oh, there's food for my family," and clubs you in the head.
I don't know. Didn't that just happen in the newsroom a little bit?
A little bit. Alex Williams clubbed Hunter to get the lobster roll. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, I got sidetracked. But yeah, I thought that was interesting perspective that, I mean, if you think about like in medieval times too, and part of the thing, I'm totally getting sidetracked now, dagnabbit. So they talked about the medieval times. And I don't know if you've ever heard of this stuff, what was allowed in medieval times.
I've been to the Tower of London. There's some really awful torture devices in there.
Torture, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
And apparently torture stopped with the invention of the printing press. Because people were allowed to, and the ability of people to read and write. And once people were able to read and write, they saw what these torture devices did, and it ended it. But like apparently there were etiquette lessons. Like, don't go to the bathroom in the street. Like, that was the thing. Like, don't go to the bathroom in the street.
Right.
That was a big thing in medieval times. And once people started getting better etiquette, violence started going down.
Okay.
I guess if you saw someone go into the bathroom on the street, you would just... Anyway, I'll get back to the second.
You just club them?
Yeah, the horrible story, I totally got sidetracked, but I'm glad because Michael Seiden from Channel 2 joins us. The story I want to talk about, Michael, is the arrest of the point guard from the Kennesaw State University's women's basketball team accused of murder. What a crazy story. What do we know about this so far?
Hey, Mark, thanks for having me on. Yeah, this is a wild story, and what's really crazy about this whole thing is this is a shooting that happened over the summer. A 21-year-old man killed at an apartment complex in southwest Atlanta. Then a Fulton County grand jury, they actually handed down a 14-count indictment against Kamaya Street, the star point guard for Kennesaw State women's basketball team, along with 4 other defendants. Now, what makes this so shocking is Kamaya continued to go to class. She was playing basketball. In fact, 4 days before her arrest, which was last Thursday, she actually scored 32 points in a victory against Georgia Southern.
Knowing that this was going to happen? Like the indictment was handed down and she knew that this was going to happen and she was still playing?
Absolutely. And the thing is that she knew that she had been indicted, but the deal is that she basically flipped on the other 4 suspects, and police, I guess, spoke with her, and they knew that if they were going to get this case to work, she needed to be out of jail. So apparently that's what we were told by investigators, that this was going on, and that's exactly why she remained on the team. Obviously, the university was, according to the spokesperson, just as stunned as we were and had no idea until, obviously, she showed up to court and was taken into custody.
Talking to Michael Seiden from Channel 2 Action News about this crazy story. The star point guard for the Kennesaw State University women's basketball team, among 5 people accused of murder and the death of a 21-year-old man, Nashim Hubbard Etienne, was the victim of what authorities think was a targeted shooting. But his mom says that he was probably not the likely target. What do we know about that, Michael?
Yeah, so I've actually had an opportunity over the weekend to speak with Nashim's mother. She lives in Chicago. That's where Nashim was raised before he came down to Atlanta. His father actually lives here in the metro Atlanta area. Basically, they said, by all accounts, their kid was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. Apparently, one of his friends had some issues with Kamaya and those 4 other suspects who were charged in this case. There was some type of dispute. We're not exactly clear exactly what the dispute was, but according to Nashim's mother, Kamaya drove 4 gunmen over to this apartment complex. There was some type of encounter, and at some point those 4 men got out of the car and fired a shot, killing her son. Again, though, police haven't confirmed that account yet. They're still calling this an ongoing investigation.
Michael, can you hang on one second? I got to step away, but I have a couple more questions. Can we get to you after the break?
Yep, no problem.
All right, Michael Seiden from Channel 2 Action News joining us. Hang tight, we'll be right back. This is The Mark Arum Show. Being around in the biz as long as I have, not many stories jump out of the television screen, off the radio, off the newsprint at me, but this one certainly did. The arrest of the star basketball player at Kennesaw State University for murder. Michael Seiden from Channel 2 joins us to fill in the rest of the details. What's the reaction from the Owl Nation, Mike, about this arrest of the star point guard of the women's team?
Well, I mean, on the record, they issued a prepared statement basically saying that they suspended her indefinitely and they were going to just basically wait for the legal process to play out. But when you start talking to people off camera, especially people who follow the program, I spoke with an insider over the weekend, and he was just absolutely stunned. You just don't expect to see your star player who seemed to have everything going on in her life, everything going well, to all of a sudden find herself the prime suspect in a murder.
3 of her co-defendants are in custody and have been in jail for months. A 4th is still at large. What do we know about the 4th suspect that's still not in custody?
Yeah, so Atlanta police have identified him as 20-year-old Dontakis Brantley. We know that he has a criminal history. So far, though, police really aren't releasing too many details. It's interesting, though, because all of those other suspects, with the exception of Kamaya, were brought into custody within 2 weeks of this murder. So his whereabouts unknown at this hour, but detectives still working hard and trying to get justice for this family. And I can tell you, just speaking to the parents of Nashim, they're obviously heartbroken and still grieving. And they told us they can't move forward until everybody's in custody.
Talking to Michael Seiden from Channel 2 Action News with this horrible 5-person murder charge. Camilla was the name of the basketball player that is charged for murder. Do we know the relationship of her with the other co-defendants? Do we know what kind of relationship that was?
Yeah, we've been trying to work that angle and try to find out exactly if she was dating one of them, if she was friends. The only thing that we have been told, and again, this has not been confirmed by police, but the parents of the victim told us that she was involved in some type of dispute. She went and picked them up and then brought them over to this apartment complex to settle the dispute. As far as what the dispute is, that is still unknown. But, yeah, that is a great question mark because how did she know these guys? But at this point, we know they have no affiliation with KSU.
All right, finally, wrapping up with you, Michael, what's the next in the process, in the court process? What do we know? Any court dates set or anything like that?
Right. So I believe the next court date is going to be sometime next month. One of the defendants, I don't have it in front of me, is going to be appearing in court. And then also next year in January and February, they'll be making appearances. And again, this is just going to be a long process that they're going to have to go through. But I know family in Chicago planning on coming down to the next court hearing, so it should be an emotional scene.
Real quick, Michael. This story jumped out at me. It had to grab you as well, right? This is something you don't really come across in this business.
Yeah, it's really crazy. The only thing I can even compare this to is when I was in college a long time ago. There was a football player at my school former football player, got accused of murdering a player. That's about the only thing that comes close to this. But yeah, this was extremely shocking.
Michael, as always, we appreciate the insight, buddy. Keep us posted on the story if you don't mind.
You got it.
All right, thanks, Michael. We've seen the athlete's criminal story: stealing books, stealing crab legs, sexual assault. But a female basketball player charged with murder, star player, that's just absolutely crazy. We can talk about that. I've got some other fun stories we can get to next half hour, and we're going to kick off Movie Monday, plus Johnny Kielbasa. We got so much to do. Oh, Deb Green, you almost made me forget. Claudel Washington, ladies and gentlemen. If you're on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. When we come back, Movie Monday on The Mark Arum Show.
The Mark Arum Show is performed before a live studio audience.
No, I'll run this town to be near you. I stand alone. I stand alone.
Welcome back back to the show and a good Monday Eve to you. Mark Arum here, you there at 7:07, 7 minutes after 7 o'clock. This is the Mark Arum Show Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. The whole gang is here tonight. Deborah Green produces the show. Longoria, the stoic Eskimo. On the other side of the takeout window, Low T Chuck screens yo calls. Don't forget, you listen to the Mark Arum Show at home via the WSB radio app, Amazon Alexa. And if you're traveling for Thanksgiving, you can listen to the podcast. Great way to travel, Longoria. The podcast. Yeah. Can you post the podcast from Thursday and Friday, by the way?
I guess, yeah.
I mean, they're just.
I don't know if they got recorded or not.
Holy smokes, Longoria! Radio Gold gone. You can't get those posted. All right, real quick to start off. Movie Monday. 2 Movie Monday topics. Very simple. First one, I got to give credit to my buddy Trip Crosby. You got to follow him on Twitter and Instagram. Funny dude. He posted this the other day. He said that the best casting in any movie ever. You ready?
Okay.
Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone.
Okay, and why?
Just the perfect kid for the perfect role, blah, blah, blah. So what's the best casting of any movie you've ever had? Some might say it's...
The Sandlot? I would agree.
Totally.
I would really agree with that.
Turn his mic off, Chuck.
He has no control, sorry.
Some might say it's Tom Hanks in Forrest Gump. Like, who else could have played Forrest Gump but Tom Hanks, right? Like, can you think of another actor that could have pulled that off? So that's Movie Monday topic number 1. The most perfect job of casting, in your opinion. This week, I believe, Deb Green, Netflix is releasing a gangster movie starring Robert De Niro and Al Pacino called
The Irishman.
The Irishman.
I saw that. Looks good.
Well, let's hope. I'm setting expectations low. Both those guys have kind of stumbled to the finish line when it comes to their movie careers, but I'm hoping it's good. So here's the second Movie Monday topic. It's for men and women. What is the ultimate guy film, and what is the ultimate chick flick, in your opinion? The ultimate. To me, the ultimate guy film is Goodfellas. Speaking of De Niro and mob movies, I think that's the ultimate guys movie is Goodfellas. What's the ultimate guys film, and what's the ultimate chick flick? So there are the 2 Movie Monday topics. Perfect casting in a movie, and what's the ultimate guy flick or chick flick? 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. Before we do that, Deb Green found the story, and I hate to bang on millennials, Longoria.
But you're going to.
But I'm going to. That's Deb Green's fault. She brought this up.
Let's blame someone.
Deb Green, where's that millennial story? Of course, I can't find it now.
About Santa?
Yes, about Secret Santa.
I think it's towards the top of your notes.
Oh, yeah. Some millennials want to ban Secret Santa due to anxiety.
Oh, because they don't know what to get the other person?
Well, you know what Secret Santa is, right?
Yeah,
Explain what Secret Santa is to folks that don't know.
I mean, usually you pick someone's name and they don't know that it's you, and you give them a gift, but they don't.
Traditionally in offices, you'll pick a name out of a hat, and let's say it was the Mark Arum Show, Secret Santa. Right. I'll pick a name out. Oh, I got Low T Chuck, and then I have to buy him a gift, usually like $20 or under. So I'll buy him some gun oil or a piece of beef jerky or whatever. Millennials don't want to do this anymore because it gives them anxiety. A study found that 78% of millennials felt they contributed more than they should to an office party gift compared to 58% of the workforce, while 26% of millennials admitted to dipping into savings or overdrafting their accounts to fund an office gift. 17% reported they felt judged by their coworkers for their choice of gift. Asked why nearly 1 in 3 millennials want to boot the holiday tradition, the author of the study said it was pressure from social media that contributed to the reported anxiety. What the hell? I mean, seriously? Reminds me of that Office episode.
It's not that big of a deal. Just get a gift card.
Exactly.
It's not that big of a deal.
I've participated in a number of Secret Santa things. Usually it's with Channel 2 people. They're more organized than the radio folk.
The radio people don't have.
But I've gotten gifts for people I don't even know. But you get them, whatever, a gift card, $20 Starbucks card, or Chuck, $20 gift card to Cabela's.
Always works.
Cabela's always works, or Bass Pro Shops, or Tattletales. I mean, whatever.
Do they have gift cards there?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Have you ever felt anxiety about giving a Secret Santa gift?
No, I'm not a child.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Anyway.
It's not that difficult to go
of all the things to be anxious about. It reminds me of that episode of The Office where Michael Scott buys Ryan the $400 iPad or the iPod, the video iPod. It was like a $20 limit. And then he started Yankee Swap. Because Phyllis made him an oven mitt. He goes, you only care about me an oven mitt worth. So I don't know. I thought that was. I mean, how?
Honestly, just grow up, be an adult.
Opt out of it then. If Secret Santa says, listen, I'm not going to participate this year. Is it's that easy to just opt out?
Yeah.
I've opted out of stuff like that. Jennifer Griffey's wanted to do a farm animal Secret Santa, where everyone buys a farm animal
from her.
Yeah. No, you can get it from her.
she has
guess,
a whole bunch.
Yeah, but I guess on the open market.
Do these kids not know what regifting is? Don't you just save stuff and then regift it?
I'm a classic regifter.
Right? That's what
It's the
Secret
best.
Santa
Yeah,
is.
I am a total
You got a ton
classic
of scented
regifter.
candles ready for this office.
A ton of scented candles. No, I'm not going to tell you what we call those candles in my household. All right, so I just wanted to throw that out there. If you're feeling anxiety, millennials, and I don't mean to bang on you. I mean, you guys are the future. I get it. But don't feel anxious about Secret Santa gifts. Feel anxious about not having enough for retirement. Feel anxious about no Social Security. Feel anxious about your student loan debt. Don't feel anxious about Secret Santa. Anyway, I'm done with that. All right, 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. Chuck kicks off Movie Monday in Tequila. Chuck, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mark. You got me. I didn't know I was going to be up first. I was still thinking.
All right, I can put you on hold. No problem.
No, that's okay. I'll tell you what really popped up since it's the holidays is that Jimmy Stewart. We don't know who else would have done it, but Jimmy Stewart in
It's a Wonderful Life. Wow.
Yeah.
That would be a tough one. I'm thinking of someone in his contemporary who could have pulled that off. It was the Fonda guy. Is he old enough to pull that off?
Probably not.
Was it Peter Fonda or his dad, whatever?
Yeah,
The old Fonda.
Maybe, Henry Fonda.
Henry Fonda.
Henry Fonda.
Henry Fonda's the old one.
Possibly, yeah, that would have been a good one.
Maybe, but that's a good call. Yeah, that's pretty perfect casting. All right, you performed under pressure, Chuck. Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you.
take care, man. Allison is in Stockbridge. Allison, welcome to Movie Monday.
Thank you. I have two. You said Tom Hanks, and I immediately thought of Big. I can't imagine anybody else doing something else. And then Vivian Lee and Gone with the Wind.
That would have been. Yeah, I don't know enough about older. I mean, Betty Davis. Could Betty Davis pull that off? Probably not, right?
She was perfection in that.
She was
So
perfection.
Clark Gable, too.
Yes, that was perfect casting. I'm going to disagree on Big though. I think a number of comedic actors could have pulled off the Tom Hanks. Maybe not as well as him, but I could see other actors from his generation.
But that childish kind of play that he had,
like a Michael Keaton, perhaps.
Okay.
Something in that vein. I mean, he crushed it. Tom Hanks crushed Big, but I could see other actors doing that. Paul Reiser. Did you see Paul Reiser in that in the Netflix the Kaminsky Method? Google Chuck, not anyone else, just Chuck. Google Paul Reiser Kaminsky Method, and look what he looks like in this new Netflix show. It's pretty spectacular. Nancy's up next on the Mark Arum Show. Hey, Nancy.
Hi, how are you, Mark?
Excellent. What's going on, buddy?
Well, nothing. My husband and I are driving down to Fort Lauderdale for the holidays. So the lady before me took my Vivian Lee.
Okay.
So let me change that to Katharine Hepburn in African Queen.
Never saw it, sadly.
Oh my God, you've got to do that, Mark. And then I was going to say Sylvester Stallone in Rocky.
Oh, that is a good one.
And
Man.
that's right, yeah.
Like who could have played Rocky? Kevin Costner? No. Who could have played Rocky? You know who could have been? John Travolta, maybe.
Maybe.
He would have to get in really good shape though. Barbarino.
That's not happening.
Yeah. Did you check out what he
he's
looks
bald
like?
with a ponytail?
Yeah.
That's so odd.
But
he looks like a weird Larry David.
But it's not really what he looks like.
No,
but that's a costume, I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
And he's not that large either.
No, they just made him chubby and bald.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, is that Paul Reiser from Mad About You? Yeah, but so don't worry. That's not what he really looks like.
I'll rest easy.
Yes. Russ joins us in Gainesville.
Russ, come here a minute.
Russ, we've had a busy couple of days since we last left you. Deb, check the Russ calendar. Last time we talked to Russ, I believe, was on a Thursday. Was it last Thursday, Russ?
Yes.
What do you got, Deb, on the
Well,
calendar?
I got an email from you over the weekend saying he was back with Coralie. That's the latest update I
But
have.
on the before that, last week, when did we hear from him? Do you have anything in the calendar?
I do. It's
It's loading up right now. All right, so
there's so much in this
I mean,
calendar that's
yes.
bogged
well,
your
Russ went through
computer
3
down.
women since last week, and now we catch you up on a Monday. Last we heard you were back with Coralie. What's the latest, my friend?
No, she left me. I spent the night with Erica, and you're not going to believe what she did to me.
Okay.
You're not going to believe what she did. She broke my phone. She asked me today, let me see your phone. I handed her my cell phone. She threw it as hard as she could on the pavement and busted it. I've never seen a phone busted this much.
Is that her to prevent you from calling other women?
She asked me, did I have pictures of her on there? And I said, I do. She said, let me see them. And she looked at it and smashed my phone. So I have this brand new phone that I don't know how to work yet. It turned itself off a minute ago. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know what,
So
it's
is
a
that
new
it?
phone.
But Russ, is that a deal breaker with you? The woman smashed your phone. Are you going to break up with her over that?
Well, yeah. You know what? I just saw her a few minutes ago, and I asked her. I said, "I'll forgive you. Come have a drink with me." And she started to get in with me, but then she didn't. Then some guy, you're not gonna believe this. Some guy came up and took a swing at me through the car window.
What?
Yeah,
Was it Erica's husband, Corrallie's dad?
No, it's like some guy that's been trying to pick her up, but I've been with her longer than him. You know.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second, Russ. I want to bring Taylor in from Bethlehem on this. Taylor, do you have any relationship advice for Russ in Gainesville?
Just take a break, dude.
What about if Russ has outfished the pond in Gainesville? Because it seems like you keep catching the same fish. Could Taylor, is there a deep enough pool in Bethlehem for Russ to move to Bethlehem and start all over?
Yeah, or maybe go over to White County or Habersham and Helen and all that. There's some cute girls out there.
What do you think, Russ? Habersham County is beautiful this time of year. Russ? Oh, did I put Russ on hold? Russ, you there? I just hung up on Taylor. Son of a biscuit. Russ, did you hear what Taylor said?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, did you hear what Taylor said while you were on hold?
White County. I'm not sure where that is though.
It's out there. It's out there.
Helen?
It's up there. I don't know. I'm just, I'm not going to tell you how to do your business, but you keep catching the same fish. Remember Plenty of Fish in the Sea?
Change your bait.
Yeah, well, maybe change your bait. Interesting. All right, Russ. Well, so Erica is on Monday. We got her locked and loaded in the calendar.
We got Erica on Monday, Corrali Saturday, Erica was on Friday, and Joy Ann was on Thursday.
All right. Keep up the good work, Russ. We love you, buddy.
All right, thank you.
All right, there we go. Movie Monday continues. The ultimate chick flick or guy flick. And what is some perfect casting in a movie? 404-872-0750. 1-800-WSB-TALK on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum. This is The Mark Arum Show.
Mark Arum on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Hey, Longoria.
Yes.
You related to Rafael Belliard?
I don't think so. Why?
You're not related to Rafael Belliard?
No.
Former Braves player?
No.
All right, just checking. 404-872, never mind. 404-872-0750. Jeff joins us in Marietta on a Movie Monday. Jeffrey, what's going on, buddy?
Not much, Mark. Just going through traffic. So, for casting, I'm kind of torn between Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark in Iron Man, as well as Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool.
I think Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool was better casting than Tony Stark. Because I think listen, the dude crushed it as Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., but I think there are other actors that could have handled that role and would have been very believable. But I think Ryan Reynolds is a good one. Because that's such a goofy superhero. But with a heart, and I like Ryan Reynolds there. Mike's in Cumming, Georgia. Mike, welcome to the Mark Arum Show.
Hey, Mark. My wife calls her so all the time. She's Stephanie. You know Stephanie, traffic trooper Stephanie?
I absolutely love Stephanie, yes.
Yeah, so it's not about quantity, it's about quality. But my casting decision, and I'm throwing my fastball right now, Christopher Reeve in Superman.
He will always be Superman to me. You can take your Dean Cains and the other banana that's doing it now, but for me, even the old guy in the 50s, he was okay. But Christopher Reeve will always and ever be Superman for me. Rest in peace, by the way. Mike, good job. Stephanie trained you well on calling in on the radio show.
Hey, listen, it's taken her 27 years, but she finally got through. Y'all do a great show, and I listen to you every night.
Thanks, Mike. Have a great Thanksgiving, buddy.
You too. Happy.
Oh, he was going to say Happy Thanksgiving, Longoria.
He was.
Dan in Monroe. Dan, real quick, what do you got for a Movie Monday?
Hey, it's one movie. Both best casting is Schwarzenegger and Terminator. That's the ultimate guy movie.
Whoa, 2 for 1. I can't argue with that. Anyone else could have played? Lou Ferrigno couldn't have played the Terminator. He couldn't understand what he was saying.
No.
Who else? No one else, right? That's a good one. Via the Piccadilly text line from my buddy Dave Chandley. Gladiator, men flick. That's a good one. Legally Blonde, chick flick. That's a good one. And Mr. T as Clubber Lang for the ultimate casting. Who else could have played Clubber Lang? Edgar Tragetz? Maybe. We'll come back more with Movie Monday, 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum. It's Movie Monday on The Mark Arum Show, plus Johnny Kielbasa.
This is Henry Winkler. How are you? And you're listening to The Mark Arum Show. How lucky are you?
It's so good to be born in America, where all men are free. It's so good to be born in America, all the home of the red, the white, and the blue.
I was almost late for this segment. Do you guys see how good Jennifer Griffiths looks?
I said something today. I was like, what are you all dressed up for today? She's wearing a skirt and
She
everything.
looks like all Christmassy. She looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Good job, Jennifer. I take back the farm animal comments I made last segment.
No, you don't.
See, yeah.
Idaho.
Where are you from?
Idaho.
Oh, she looks fantastic.
I can't do you, Edgar.
Did you see her, Deb Green?
Yeah, I had to do a double
sperm
take.
meets egg.
Did she had,
What is happening right now? What radio show did I walk into?
I don't. She looks amazing.
I don't deny it. I haven't seen her.
Go
it's
look.
just what such an
Come
odd.
back. Go look and come back.
Yeah.
You
Make
want
sure
me to
you
actually
stare
get
right
up
at
and go
her.
look?
Yeah.
At Jennifer Griffiths.
Don't sit. Well, this is bordering on inappropriate.
I
I
know.
just think like she's dressed up for like a Christmas party. She
Oh,
looks-
yeah. She looks really
amazing.
nice.
Good job, Jennifer Griffiths. Movie Monday. What are the topics? Well, I'm glad you asked, folks. The Irishman is coming out on Netflix this week, starring De Niro and Pacino. I've got low expectations. I think it's about the Whitey Bulger story, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But I'm reminded of Pacino, or De Niro rather, in what I think is the ultimate guy flick. That is Goodfellas. That is a movie. Like if you were at have a bachelor party and you want to throw on a movie, you throw on Goodfellas. Like that's the ultimate guy flick. What's the ultimate guy flick? What is the ultimate chick flick? And my buddy Trip Crosby put this out on Twitter the other day. Follow him at Trip Crosby. He's funny. Perfect casting. He said the most perfect casting in a movie was Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. Now, agree or disagree, I think it's a valid point. I think Macaulay Culkin was perfect for that role. Give me a movie that had perfect casting for a singular role. 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. Who's been hanging on the longest? Rhonda joins us on the Mark Arum Show. Hello, Rhonda.
Hey, how are you?
Excellent. What's going on?
Well, the ultimate chick flicks, of course, Gone with the Wind, and that was perfect casting. And then Ghost with Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore.
Ooh, all right. Let me see. Let me think about that. Could any have played the? You're a female, Deb. Could anyone have played the Patrick Swayze role in Ghost better than him?
I think he did a good job there. I think Whoopi Goldberg was the nail in the coffin there. Like didn't she win an Oscar for that, right?
Was it a good thing? She was good.
Yeah.
So we say the nail in the coffin.
I mean, it's like the one that like.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Yeah. She crushed that. Now that role was perfectly cast.
Right.
I think there's. I mean,
I
I'm
think
trying
you
to.
could have someone else besides Demi Moore.
And I do have one more.
Yeah, go ahead.
John Candy in Uncle Buck.
Yeah, that is perfect casting. By the way, on this date in 1987, Longoria's favorite movie debuted, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh, God, I love that movie. I could watch that thing over and over and over. I do.
There might be perfect casting in that movie, those two guys. Is this the original Taylor?
It is.
Sorry about Taylor. I fat-fingered the... I was trying to get you and Russ on at the same time, and I messed it up. What are your Movie Monday answers, buddy?
Okay, so I don't watch chick flicks, so I don't have an answer for that one.
Okay.
Guy movie, and one of my favorites, Full Metal Jacket.
That is a guy movie. Yeah, I'm thinking about... yeah, I'll do it. Give me a perfect casting. You got something in perfect casting?
Oh, I had three, so I'm just going to pick one. Let's see here, Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction.
A Royale with cheese. Yeah, that is a good one. Taylor, twice in one night. How do we How did we get so blessed?
I don't know.
Taylor twice in one night. Scott's in Sandy Springs. Scott, welcome to Movie Monday on the Mark Arum Show.
Hey, Mark. First time caller. Love your show.
Welcome aboard, my friend.
So perfect casting would be Jack Nicholson as the Joker in Batman.
I haven't seen the latest Joker. Have you guys seen that one yet?
Not yet.
No, I heard it's
It's so
amazing.
good.
Yeah, I've heard it's amazing.
I
But
watched it in the theater. It was
yeah,
amazing.
was it that? Who was better, Joker, Nicholson or Joaquin Phoenix?
They're
Chuck?
all good for different reasons.
Yeah.
They're just different movies, so it's hard
Yeah.
for me to compare them.
All right.
And best casting or best guide movie would be James Bond and Dr. No.
Jane Fonda and Dr. You know what? Jane Fonda in on Golden Pond, going back to the Fonda guy.
Yeah, Henry Fonda.
I need to watch that movie again. The older Fonda. Bill's in Marietta. Bill, welcome to Movie Monday. How are you, sir?
Yeah, hey Mark, how you doing?
Excellent.
First time caller, long time listener.
Welcome aboard, my friend.
All right, perfect casting call for you.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, that is a good one. Yes.
Yeah, you know what? It takes a special kind of actor to convince you, the viewer, that he's almost crazy.
Indeed.
No one could have done. No one could have done that job better.
What about a chick flick or a guy flick?
Don't watch them.
Okay, fair enough. I like it. Bill, thanks for joining the program. I appreciate you listening. Greg's up next on a Movie Monday. What's going on, Greg?
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
I am. You know what? I'm doing well, buddy. What you got?
Good. I only have one perfect casting, and it is Gregory Peck in To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah. Can anyone else have played that role? Deb
No.
Green, what do you think?
Oh, that one's tough. I mean, I can't imagine anyone else in that role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gregory Peck. Good job. We got to do the fast food review, Longoria. What the hell's wrong with you?
I don't know what's wrong with
What
you.
the hell's wrong with you?
And now,
Went through like 10 calls.
I know.
Show. It's time for the Fast Food Review.
Joining us live on the Greasy Salty Hotline from parts unknown, height unknown, weight we do not want to know. Is that what I'm supposed to say?
Could you care any less, Mark Arum? You want me to just take over from here, buddy? Who the hell is that talking, Mark?
I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm trying to do Deb Green's work while I'm on the air right now.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes. Anyway,
Like anyone believes you.
Yeah, no one believes that.
Johnny, I am. I'm actually addressing the envelopes for the Mark Arum Show Christmas card right there while I was trying to talk to you. I'm sorry. That is my bad, Johnny. You have my full attention, my best friend. What is on the menu tonight, buddy?
Mark, I'm wrapped in bacon. I'm here for bacon. I'm covered with cheese. I aim to please. And I'd like to say I'm remiss because happy belated birthday, first off, Mark. And
what?
Wishing you. Isn't it wasn't your birthday pretty, it was recently, right?
No,
Last
it's
month.
December
Last
17th.
year.
December 17th.
Happy unbelated. What's the opposite of belated? I don't know. I thought it was November
What is
17th.
happening right
Anyway,
now?
Mark, sweet Jergens pickles.
Continue, Johnny. What's going on?
If you know anything about birthday cakes, if you know anything about my Instagram page, Johnny Kielbasa Rocks, you know that I'm way into birthday cakes, Mark. And sometimes we got to talk about dessert on the fast food review because Wendy's has a brand new dessert, Mark, and it's birthday cake frosty. Now, I know we've all had birthday cake vodka and birthday cake ice cream before, but we've never had birthday cake frosty. So not only are they giving you the birthday cake frosty flavoring inside of that, but they're also introducing a new dessert to go with it, and that's a birthday cake frosty cookie sundae.
Wow.
So you got birthday cake frosty on top of sugar cookie pieces and, of course, sprinkles, all in a cup so you can eat it when you're driving down the road.
What is the likelihood? And that's a lot going on. You know, it was a big move when they went from just chocolate frosty to adding the vanilla frosty. But this is a whole new kind of craftsmanship. What are the odds this thing gets done correctly every time you're in that drive-through?
I'm going to say it depends on the time of day and how many people are waiting in front of you. But I'd say from Wendy's perspective, it's not that bad of a make because all you got to do is you throw the cookie pieces in the bowl, then you just go over to the frosty machine and put that thing on high, grab a handful of sprinkles, and you're out the door.
All right. I'm intrigued. I'm a big frosty guy. And I don't want to get too controversial, but I actually prefer the vanilla frosty to the chocolate frosty.
That's crazy.
I know. It's
I do
crazy.
too.
Do
I
you?
do
You
too,
do,
yeah.
right, Longoria? But I'm all on
They're
board.
saying if you like the vanilla frosty that you're going to love the birthday cake frosty as a nice little change.
All right. I'm on board. I'll do that tonight on the way home.
Tomorrow? All right, cool.
Tonight on the way.
Oh, I thought you were bringing it tomorrow.
If I get a Frosty at the Wendy's, it'll never be good by the time I get here. Like, get your own.
Cold outside.
Get
It's
your
54
own.
degrees.
You ready to do a little football minute, Johnny Kizzle?
Blue 42 said,
Joining us again for the second time on a Monday, breaking down the weekend that was and the weekend of Pigskin. It's Johnny Kielbasa and the amazingly quick football minute. Hit it, Longo.
Green 18, said, Week 12 of the NFL semi-rivalry week in college. Thanksgiving week in America. Your Peoplestown Panthers bounced back with a senior day victory over South Alabama. Dan Ellington and Trey Barnett led the charge. Best season ever for GSU. Great job, guys. Your Midtown Ramblin' Rex stuffed a 2-point conversion to crack the Wolf Pack. About time, fellas. Your Upper Oconee Bulldogs looked a bit shaggy against those Aggies, but they prevailed thanks to the boot of their goggled career scoring leader Rodrigo Blankenship from Stanford Stadium to Stanford, getting War Eagles in Auburn's Iron Bowl warm-up squash match. And in the other Iron Bowl warm-up squash match, Roll Tide flouted the Catamounts. I mean, come on, y'all play somebody already. USC beat UCLA. They both got to wear their home jerseys. I love that. The Goat Farm beat Los Caballeros in the Sideways Rain Punt Bowl 2K19. American team Cleveland Browns made the Finns that wish they were Finn from Star Wars. Mark Aaron's New York Football Giants couldn't get past Danny Stripsack getting the Mac attack. And tonight the RAVENS take on the RAMS on the MNS.
My man. All right, the only thing I need to know about tonight for football, fantasy-wise, is I cannot have Todd Gurley score more than one touchdown. He can score one, but he can't score more than one, Johnny, okay? Can you make that happen?
Actually, I can't because I'm going to need Jared Goff to score about 3 touchdowns.
That's
Actually,
fine.
no, that will make sense. If
Just
Goff
throw him to
scores 4
Robert
touchdowns,
Woods.
Really won't.
Throw them all to
they'll look
Robert
good.
Woods. There you go. Johnny K, we
Yeah.
appreciate you as always, and...
If the cholesterol's high, baby, so am I. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram and listen to the Sausage Hut Podcast on any pod app or JohnnyKielbasa.com.
I'm about to finalize the Mark Arum Show Christmas card. Do you want the same picture on, or do you want to do something new before I hit send?
Do what you got to do, man.
All right, well, same picture it is. Johnny K, appreciate you, bruh.
Anytime, bruh.
I'm so sorry about that. I was trying to get the... Anyway, I apologize. I got distracted, Longoria.
Yeah.
I love how you're doing things that
Yeah.
could wait to any other time.
No,
than
I got to
be
get
done
these
besides
in.
the
We
middle
got
of the
to order
radio
them by
show.
tonight.
Yeah, I had a slacker on the photo. I had to wait till the last second to get
That's not my fault. I
No,
wasn't
it's not.
around.
I wasn't saying it was your fault. It was totally somebody else.
Someone else, not you,
Yeah,
buddy.
you.
No, who else is on the pictures?
You'll find out
I'll show you
on
later.
Christmas morning. Sue is in Tequila. Sue, welcome to the show.
Hey, man, thanks for taking my call.
What up, brother?
Hey, I want to say my nomination for perfect cast has got to be Morgan Freeman in that Shawshank. I couldn't imagine anyone else pulling that role off.
I think this might be urban legend, but I think he was supposed to be, Morgan Freeman was supposed to be...
James Earl Jones could have done that.
I don't know. He's a little
both got the
chubby for
same
prison.
voice.
People don't get fat in prison.
Please. Have you seen Prison?
Yeah.
No, and I never want to. Google who Morgan Freeman was offered a role of something, and he turned it down, like a monster role.
What? I didn't see him turning anything down, but his collar, he's in everything, right?
Yeah, I know, but this like was. Oh God, this is
Instead
gonna.
of and he did Shawshank
No,
instead?
separate. This is totally
Oh.
separate deal. That's a hell of a cat. That whole movie was fantastic.
Yeah,
and you know what?
yeah.
That could move for the guy flick too. That's a hell of a guy flick. Shawshank Redemption.
He said Robert Redford wanted him to play Bagger Vance. Is that what you're thinking of?
No.
Well, that's the first thing that comes
All
up.
right, keep looking, Deb Green. You got something else? Bagger Vance. Well, that was a garbage movie. Amy's up next on the Movie Monday Mark Arum Show. Hello, Amy.
Hey there.
Hello, darling.
Hi. My favorite best actor was Belushi as Bluto in Animal House.
That would have been tough to. I don't think there's anyone at that time period that could have played that as well as him. That's
Yeah.
a good call on that. Good casting
And then
throughout
best-
that movie
best,
too.
Best chick flick was Thelma and Louise.
You know, I've never seen that. I've still.
It's a good movie.
I know. I've heard amazing things about it, but I don't know. I've seen a lot of chick flicks. Thanks to Maya, I've seen Legally Blonde 2.
How many times?
I haven't seen the original. Parts of it like 4
The
times.
Notebook.
I've seen The Notebook. That was
You're
a
gonna
good
see
movie.
that a lot.
Did you find out Morgan Freeman?
Nothing else.
God bless. Oh, you know what? It's on Veronica Waters' Facebook page. I'll find it. All right, we'll be right back. This is the Mark Arum Show.
Mark Arum on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
We officially ran out of time. Real quick, Movie Monday. Sean's in Noonan. Real quick, Sean, what do you have?
300 for the guy flick.
Oh, that is a great guy flick. Good job. David's in Douglasville. David, real quick, what do you have?
Denzel Washington, American Gangster.
I started watching on, my buddy Car Wash told me to start watching King of Harlem, I think it is, on Amazon Prime. It's about Bumpy Johnson. That's pretty good. That is a good call, though. I like that. David's in Tyrone. David, real quick, what do you have?
The absolute best everything category that you asked for tonight is Die Hard, including Christmas movies.
That is an amazing Christmas week. By the way, Morgan Freeman allegedly turned down a major role in Jurassic Park.
Oh,
I don't know if it was
play in Jurassic
I don't know
Park?
if it was the Sam Neill role or the crazy scientist role, but he turned it down because he didn't think that a movie about dinosaurs would do any good. But after he turned that down, he started researching dinosaurs, and that led him to birds, and that's how he wound up doing the Penguins movie, the March of the Penguins. He became the voice of that. I know. Things you learn on the Mark Arum Show. Ben in Brazelton. Ben, real quick, what do you have?
The Godfather for casting and Braveheart for guy flick. Bridesmaids or Hocus Pocus for chick flick.
Oh, Bridesmaids was funny. Do you feel the heat coming off my undercarriage? Christy's in Lilburn. Christy, real quick, what do you have?
Kevin Spacey for Usual Suspect.
Great movie. No comment on post-movie career, but yes.
Yeah. And Ed Norton for American History X.
Oh, that was a good call on that. Real quick, Schlongoria, let's do start of the show.
And now, are you guys ready for the Mark Arum Star?
Deborah Green gets started the show because she gave us lobster rolls.
Oh, yeah. Crab 404 brought lobster rolls for you guys tonight.
How good were those, Longoria?
They were good, really good.
I'm sorry you missed the turducken last week.
That makes me so happy.
Vince in College Park, I'm sorry we couldn't get your call. We'll get you tomorrow. Regular show tomorrow on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum. In the meantime, go to sleep, little baby.
Guests of the Mark Arum Show stay at the All Suite Omni Hotel, located in the heart of Chicago's Magnificent Mile.